Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now on the channel today, we're actually going to check out some deathcore again. It's been ages since we checked out some deathcore on this channel, and I'm so excited about it. I've lined us up 4 bands to give a spin, so we get a good long listen to it. The reason why we've got this stuff on the channel today is a new band to the channel have skipped the queue and made a prize submission. Thanks very much for that. The band is called When the Dead Won't Die, and it says here they're just looking for some feedback, and we hope you like the song and video. Cheers. And I do want to remind people that although I try and do my best to promote bands on this channel, get them more listeners, get them more subscribers and all the rest of it, the primary reason I set up this channel was to give underground bands feedback and talk about their music. Have someone who loves metal, who's been listening to metal for ages, talk about their band, break down the mix, all the rest of it, because it's difficult for underground bands. There's not really many outlets for them to do that. And generally when you kind of send stuff over, or if you pay someone to do a written review, you just get the same old blurb every single time. Now, I do repeat myself on this channel. I must admit, I'm guilty of that. But you always get an honest review from me. It's kind of off the dome, my first thoughts on the track and what I'm thinking about the video and all the rest of it. So I don't bullshit people on here. I do generally try and focus on the positive aspects of it. But if I feel I can give you a tip and all the rest of it, yeah, I'll do it. No problem. Some constructive criticism always goes a long way. But yeah, I just wanted to remind people that the reason this channel exists is to give bands feedback. I try and give them as much promotion and stuff as they can, but we're not primarily a promotion channel at this stage anyway. We're all about giving bands feedback and talking about their music. Very, very cool. The track that they've sent over us to listen to today is called Plagued by Storms. It's got an official video to it as well. Let's get it on the screen and get to know these guys. Here we go. Nice guitars. I think that the drummer's on the mic as well. Nice bass tone in the mix. Blazing. Sick. Yeah. Dope. Man, I love the video for this one, seeing the drummer rocking out, seeing all their dope gear as well, a bunch of nice guitars and all the rest of it. Everyone in the band looked cool. Very nice. I enjoyed these guys a lot. Blazing drums and all the rest of it was sick. nice riffs and tapping and modern stuff in there as well, which was cool, but also some old school deathcore slamming breakdown elements in there as well. Vocals had some cool effects. I like that on there. There was even some delays and stuff on there at one point, which was pretty cool. You don't often hear that in this kind of music. And I like the way that pushed it back into the mix a bit more. It wasn't like a really direct, loud lead vocal. It was more pushed back in the sound and more buried. I like that very much. It sounded very good. The only complaint and kind of constructive criticism I'm going to give a tip for these guys is I did need to turn this one up, unfortunately, and that's something you don't want to do with deathcore particularly. Let's just see if it says where it was mixed and mastered. No, it doesn't say on here. But I would just say, just crank it up in the master. It was a nice mix. You could hear all the elements of the band. You could hear the bass nicely and everything in there. So the mix was fine. I think it just needed to be mastered even louder so that it comes across with the power. Now, we will have had it nice and loud on the channel today because I can turn it up even louder than YouTube is because I've got extra kind of VSTs in the background. But yeah, that would be the only thing I'd say to these guys going forward. Make sure in this style, in this genre of music, that your music absolutely slams across the ears. Other than that, sounding very dope. Hopefully you enjoyed being on the channel and we'll see you again soon. Now, I couldn't put on a deathcore day when we haven't had a deathcore day in ages without putting on the latest track from Cincinatti Bowtie. Got his cap on as well. This one is called Indelible Nightmares. I have already listened to it on the side because I do check out this guy. And I have already watched his video, and I recommend going over to his channel and checking this out if you like behind the scenes stuff of him, how he films these homemade videos, because remember, this is a one-man band, does it all himself, even the videos DIY in his house, in his bathroom and all the rest of it, but he makes it look like a really high quality video. Cannot go wrong. Cincinatti Bowtie, the track is called Indelible Nightmares. We don't need to turn this one up. Friggin' love this guy. This is one of the dopest, highest quality one-man bands in deathcore and one-man bands in general. I can't think of many other guys that are doing a nicer job and a more hard-working, getting all the tasks and jobs done job. This guy does it all. I'm so impressed by him. He's come such a long way in the time that we've been listening to him. Probably 2 or 3 years now I've been listening to this guy. And you know, he sounded like a one-man band when we first started to listen to him. Now I think he just sound. If you didn't know, you'd think that was a full band, even a 5-piece band with all high-level musicians behind each instrument who've spent their life learning to play it and all the rest of it. Man, this guy is absolutely killing it. Just get on board with this guy if you like one-man bands, if you like deathcore, if you just like hard-working musicians or whatever, because this guy offers you all of that. He's really, really dope. Just keeps getting better and better. Keep doing it. The next track we're going to listen to, I don't know if these guys have been on the channel before. This one came out 3 weeks ago, A Legacy Unwritten. The track is called Toxic Filth. Let's get it on the screen, get to know these guys. Sounds great. Sick one, man. What a dope vibe to this one. Dark and nasty, heavy as hell. Drop Z tuning. Man, could hear the bass in there though, super nice, even with those deep low guitars as well. They each had their own separate space, which was great. Love the atmospheric wailing, creepiness as well. Brought in a nice extra vibe to the chugging, stabbing stuff. Man, sounded dope. Absolutely love that one. Just got straight on board with it. Loved it. We're killing it today. I'm having I'm having a lot of fun listening to these deathcore bands, is what I'm trying to say there. The last band we're going to look at today is called Vile Earth. Their track is called Leech. Let's finish off with these guys. Bands nowadays are so friggin' heavy and loud and just clattering your ears, playing the lowest notes in the universe as well. Sounds so friggin' dope. I just love the experience of listening to these bands loud and heavy and just, hearing the vibrations rattling down your ear holes. Sounds so dope. Feels so dope to listen to it. Man, I was thinking, it's been a while actually that we've had deathcore on this channel, and part of the reason for that is I do feel that deathcore in some ways has had its day. The kind of just from blast beats to breakdowns, deathcore has had its day, and I do think the bands that were doing that have realized that and are starting to move on now. But it's rare that I actually add deathcore bands to my kind of queue now to put on the back burner to play for some, to think, I'll play that sometime later, because there's not a lot of stuff that comes by that really catches my ear and makes me prick up and go, man, that's something fresh, that's something tasty that we haven't heard before. But all of the bands today, including the guys that made the Friday submission, have done a really friggin' nice job of this stuff today. Modern, genty, balmy, got those modern guitar tones, sickest drumming. We can hear the bass in the mix all the time. Some great mixes, loud and heavy and pumping, like it should be and like you want it to be for this kind of music. So you can get that experience from the music as well as just listening to it as well. Man, I think deathcore has still got a lot to offer, and it's still moving on. It kind of treaded water for a few years there in the late teens and early 20s, but I think in the last couple of years we're starting to hear some fresher deathcore, some even heavier deathcore. It's got a nice groove and you can bounce around to it as well. Yeah, I think they're doing a nice job of it. So keep up the good work, guys. And if you put out a new video, make sure to send it over here so we can check it out and get some more deathcore back on this channel on the regular. Because there was a time there where we did deathcore at least once a week. So hope you're having a good day today, guys. That's it from me. If you want to get your band on the channel, head over to the website, make a submission and skip the queue like these guys did today. And we'll get you on as soon as we can and talk about your band as well and give you some feedback. That's what it's all about. Hope you have a good day today, guys. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.